Yeah, I'm feeling it too. But it's not like like sleepy tired is it's a weird thing. It's just like exhausted tired because I woke up early today and I had to meet a guy for work. Like he came over to my house and we were discussing a project that we're working on. And then he left, and then I just felt like after he left, I was just I had to go do some driving, and basically I was out all day, and I I, I I'm exhausted more or less. I guess is the point I'm trying. I'm just like I can't wait to. I'm hoping I'll go to sleep tonight and wake up a lot more rejuvenated than I did when I woke up today. But we'll see how that pans out. And, the best laid plans of mice and men type of thing. But I don't know. I need boats. That's what we decided. We need boats for this thing. I also need signs as well. So we'll fly over here. And it's late, so we'll sleep in this brown bed that should be over here. And then we'll go make some boats. That's what we'll do. We'll make some boats. I'm not going to name the boats yet. But yeah. How many birch signs do I have? I have 3 birch signs. I also need these as well, I believe. Yeah. And then I can make more birch signs. I'm going to need, I think, 2 of these. Turn that into wood. Then we can make, that should be all the birch signs that I need. And then next we need the boats. So 5 of these. What else do we want? We want a white boat too, so make that, and then I'll put the extra over there. What other color boat do we want? I want a bamboo raft. Raft? Raft. I want a bamboo raft. So that's a few. Other colors that are good. Spruce is nice, but I think dark oak is better. So I get dark oak. So that's, what do we have? 5 different types of boats, and we're going to need 2 more. Orange? No, that's acacias up here. So there's that, and we'll come back in a second. So I don't have a crafting table on me, of course, so I can't actually make the boat just yet. I had a crafting table, didn't I? Oh, I do have a crafting table on me. I'm just not good. Okay, so now we can make these boats. So we'll make a dark oak boat, pale oak boat, an acacia boat, a bamboo raft, and a mangrove boat. That's what we'll start with. I don't know what I'm going to name them when the time comes, though. But we have that. Oh, put the signs up also. Not gonna put the names on yet, but once I get the figure out what I want to name the boats, I'll put the names up there as well. Or I might take them down. I don't know, because I think the boat will actually have the name will show up on the actual thing itself also. I'm not entirely certain, but I think they do that. Give people lots of options for what type of boat they want to use. I guess the last option could be I could do an oak boat or a jungle boat. There's 10 different boats. Oh, a pink boat. I need a pink boat. The reason why I want the boats is because they work with this thing right here. Basically, what you can do is this is blue ice, and boats function funny on ice. The slicker the ice, the faster they go. So if it was normal ice, they go pretty slow. And if it was packed ice, they go a little bit faster than that. But we got blue ice here, so the boats basically are ridiculous. They're very difficult to control. They can go very fast in a straight line on blue ice. And basically, what this area is supposed to be is it's reminiscent of a bumper car game that you have at a carnival type thing. And I want different color boats so that when people play in this area, if they choose to do like bumper boats, they can have different color type of boat, like whatever boat that you would want to use in these things. I feel like it gives it more personality. I'm gonna hang signs here, but I'm not gonna name them yet. I actually don't think I can name them right now. Uh, enter. Where'd my keyboard go? There it is. Blue ice bumper boats. Okay, that's took up a little bit more space than I wanted it to. So we'll just go back right here and or what we could do instead. Reminds you of Super Mario. How so? Let's call it bumper boats. Now, what color did I use for these? Is it purple? Yeah, it's glowing purple. So I need purple and the glowing squid ink. Oh yeah, Mario Kart 8. That actually was like on my list of games I considered for streaming at one point because I have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I ultimately decided against it just because it's kind of, I guess for lack of better words, it's kind of old. But when when the Switch 2 comes out, I'm planning on saving up some money to pick one up at some point. If I can, since Mario Kart World will be the hot new game, I might pick that up and start streaming that when if and when I get a chance for it. Oof. How much we got here? Not a lot. That's sad. Let's load these back up, shall we? Boom, boom. Boom, boom, and boom. Cool, cool. Yep, when the Switch 2 comes out, I've considered lots of different games that I might try. One of them is Animal Crossing. I played it for the on my Switch in my island. I'm really happy with it, so I wouldn't want to get rid of it. But if I had a Switch 2, I could basically start a whole different island from scratch and make a series with that from the get go. So that's one of the things I'm actually considering with a Switch 2, amongst like other things. So I need probably like most of these, right? I don't know if they need to be white or not, but I do know I need 2 purple dye. I thought I had purple dye somewhere in one of these 50 billion chests, as always. There's purple dye. Boom, boom. I don't know if I want white dye also. We'll grab that. Well, if I want it, I don't need that much of it. Boom. Boom. I think that should be enough. So I'm going to want a pink boat also. And I don't know what the last boat should be. I don't think spruce. So maybe jungle. I don't know. Or jungle or regular oak. One of those two. Could be the last one. I think I'll do regular oak. So regular oak and cherry wood. So I need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And regular oak for the OG boat. The oak boat. Come over here. Make a pink boat and an oak boat. And then I can fly over there real quick. Sleep right quick so we don't get killed by the whole bunch of nothing. I actually, if I had a dedicated audience for it, I actually am strongly considering playing Smash Brothers because I really enjoy it. Like, I think we all have those games that we really enjoy, despite the fact that we might not necessarily be good at it. And Smash Brothers is that game for me. My brother insists that like I'm really good at Smash Brothers. I don't think so, but despite that, I actually really enjoy playing Smash Brothers. So it's definitely something I am considering trying out at the very least, if that makes any sense. Okay, I think I know how to make this work now. I think I know how to make that work now. I'm gonna go test that out real quick. I've been trying to get that stupid dispenser to work for a while now, and I think I finally just figured it out. So the problem is I keep putting the dispenser way too high. So it would be right here is where it would be if I was putting it there. Where's my test wool? if I put the dispenser right here, what I'm thinking, that's too high. I should put it one lower. So if I put the dispenser here instead, I think that would work. I think so. Because if I do that, then what do I do? Like that too. And then put the redstone here. And do I put it here too? And then if I not put that there, but like if I put that in there, does it work now? I've never actually played Luigi's Mansion. I'm not objective towards trying it, but I've never actually played Luigi's Mansion. That's another thing. I'm considering trying out just different types of games. Wow, that actually works. What if I do this instead? What if I do it like that? So we'll take this off and do this instead. No, I have the same problem. Yeah. I mean, this was working. My only issue with it was it it shines through like that. But what if I no, I can't do that either because it won't shoot through the glass with that thing on there. Right? Yeah, it won't. I have to have it like that. My thing is I'm trying to figure out if I can put it on there without it looking, what's the word I'm trying to say, without it being covering the top of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What if I do this? If I use a repeater, can I do that? I'm not a big fan. I'm a big fan of redstone, but golly, is redstone so difficult at times. If I do that with the repeater, does it work now? No, repeater doesn't work. Ugh. So I should just put the redstone on top of it, but I don't think it'll go through though. Is my big issue. So if I do that, I don't think it'll actually. Yeah, it just sits on top of the redstone. So I can't do what I'm trying to do. Glass in the redstone? No. Or let's try this. There's no way that works. No. Hmm. Actually, what can be done is this, I believe. What? That's not what I meant to do. Um, then put this down here, and then that there. Okay, cool. And then if you cover it up, I think it'll shoot it out the top. Yeah. So I put 2. I mean, it pops out the side, but I can cover up the side still. So like that. So then if I then put, say, my rocket in here, right? Will it shoot the rocket through? It does not shoot the rocket through. But if I just want the rocket to go through there, I can still just do this. And yeah, there we go. So that's the setup. So the dispenser would have to be, I was thinking it had to be here. It just needs to be one lower. And then the redstone that connects it will be a repeater, or it will be the redstone that comes underneath the pressure plate that comes out one, down one, into a repeater that goes into the yeah, the dispenser. And then I can put rockets inside there, so that what happens is when people on the bumper boats can bump into a corner where the pressure plate will be, it'll cause it to shoot a rocket up. So it just kind of makes it more lively and fun. Whereas you just have like these explosions happening. Obviously it'll go through a lot of rockets to do that, but I don't plan on them using it a ridiculous amount of time. But just knowing that it works is the important part for me. So there's 6 corners that I'm going to need it. So I'll need to have 6 dispensers, which I have the resources somewhere to make those, but knowing that it works is the important thing. That's what this whole room is for, is being able to test out my wonky contraptions before I actually put them wherever they're supposed to go on the server itself. What I'll need to do is cover it underneath the water with some sort of, yeah, what the colors will probably be, they'll probably be like purple star-shaped rockets to go with the theme of how they are. I actually have a theory. If I can find my rocket, I'll try one more thing. I think I have my special rockets over here. Did I put them in here? Maybe I didn't. Hmm. Or am I looking at them and I just don't see that? Yeah, there they are. So we're going to try to put the glass on top of it again to see the star or the firework shine can it be seen while it's hidden underneath, then that could be the main thing that I'm going for. So what we do would probably be like, I could put the glass right there in the corner, and then we'll put one in for now because we're just testing it. Set this to 3, and what it would be like, yeah, I like that. How it just kind of pops in the corner. So let's try that again, but a little bit higher because the corners or the railing for the bumper boats is actually a little bit higher. So like, assuming this is the blue ice in the corner right there, and there's gonna be a railing, and so this will be where it would happen. So I could put like the glass right there. And what would happen would be when their boat slides into a corner, like hits in the corner, there'll be an explosion that happens within the corner to show that somebody got popped in the corner, basically, to give the bumper boats that kind of fun, chaotic vibe to it. So I think that's what we're going to go for. I have to really look up the recipe for the stars for these fireworks. But fortunately, I have a witch farm, so I'll be able to, what's it called? Get a whole bunch of them, ideally. I can also grow a bunch of alliums. I wish there was a purple large flower, though. Or at least a blue and red large flower. I guess maybe there is, I don't know. Cool. So now that we know how that works, how deep does it go? If this is ground level, it goes 1, 2, 3 deep below. That's ground level, so 3 deep. All right, cool, cool. I like it. So what we can do next is I can go install those. I'll just need to have what's it called? All the different parts. Plenty of redstone. I just need the I'll need 6 bows to make the dispensers, which I have enough string for once in my life. So all the string, put these up because I don't think I need them right now. Random, actually no, I should need to put these away or eat them, one of the two. I don't want to make another mess. I don't think I need my quartz currently, so I can put those away. Cool. I don't know how um, sound blocks work, but I feel like that could be cool too. Having some sort of a sound block. Maybe. I feel like I'm looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Well, I need sticks. I know I need sticks. And then also... No problem, dude. I get you. I'm the same way at times. I definitely appreciate the view, if nothing more. So it's the baby steps we take to building up a little community. I'm surprised those spruce trees haven't grown yet. I can't think of what's stopping them though. So what do I need for this? I think a bow is... I think that's what I need, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bows. Now I need the cobblestone, which will be over here. Cobble plus redstone, and that makes the dispensers. And I don't know how... Oh, I need sticks. I just had sticks, but now I need to go back and get more sticks. Because I have to make the, what's it called? Yeah, that's right. That thing. Um, Gotta make the dispenser, dropper, dispenser. I gotta make... I believe it's 4x4, and like they are in like that. I don't know if they're just being lazy, or if they're not playing well with the planter boxes that they're in. We're gonna say that we're gonna come around the corner right now. One grew, boom. Okay, no. Like they are correct, but I don't know if the planter box slabs are messing with them. They're clearly not messing with the birch trees, so I don't know. I can grab some what's it called? Bone meal and see if they'll work, but I don't know. Now, why did somebody plant spruce trees like that when I literally have a butt ton of spruce available for whomever wants it? I don't know. But, I mean, that's what they're going to do. So I need 12 of these. Because I should need 12 redstone torches, I think. And then, how do I make this? Regular stone. Of course, it's regular stone. It's always regular stone. But that should be the last difficult item, I think. Redstone component that I need for what I'm trying to make. So it was 3, and I need 6 of them, so I need 18 regular stone. Put this cobblestone back. Golly. So 18 of these is what I should use. That should make all the repeaters that I need. And somehow, oh no, was like, somehow I did the math wrong. No, I just didn't have enough redstone dust. So that should be it. I also need to make um, 6 of these as well. Okay. Plant a little tree. They should be all good over where they're at right now. Like, unless this slab is just causing them to not want to grow, which the little trees actually have slabs around them also, so it doesn't look like that should be a big deal. I'm thinking they might just be lazy trees, is what it is. But I'm not stressing on it. I have like 10 stacks of spruce logs, so if they don't grow, it's not the end of the world. But I was just curious, like, that's the main thing. Like, I don't know who bothered to plant more of those if I literally have like a butt ton of spruce logs already. But it's a server I share with my family, which is let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actual family members, but then we also have like a couple of friends as well. So I can't control what they do, and I can't understand why they do it. So it's just kind of one of those. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So these will just go here in these little corners. So if anybody ever gets pushed into a corner, that's where the little pop will come from. And that was the point of that whole research in the back room. I don't know if you're familiar with the back rooms, but my brother is a big fan of it, and he wants one of his requests is that I make a backroom style um, thing on the server, which I'm like, I'm not entirely certain what it is, and I don't know if I'm actually any bit interested in actually doing such a thing. But you know, it comes down to never say never, though. So cut that, and so working with this now. So it goes here. We decided it was going to be like that, and then that, right? No. That's not supposed to be there. That's how that's supposed to go. And then right here would be where... No, not that way, though. I don't get it. He's a big fan of it. I don't understand it. Um, it just sounds weird to me, honestly. Um, but he's also the same guy who's like afraid of his own shadow. So the fact that he's like, "Oh yeah, you should do this like horror thing," and I'm like, "Why?" um, so it goes redstone, 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 repeater. Put that there. These there. That, like that. this goes right here. And then we have to protect the redstone also. So another one here, which I'll clean this up later on so it doesn't look as ugly. Okay, so, and then that's like that. I think that's it. I think that encases it perfectly. We'll see in a second if it works. And if it does, then that's perfect. We're almost jumped over. So I know I want to cover that like that. We'll take this off for now. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Cover that up. Okay, we just got to fill this up right now. That's where we're at, so. Break that. That's the one that's underneath there. So that's where redstone goes, redstone. And then these go down here. Right, yeah. And then this goes this way. And then I can just hop out. Kinda, in theory. So we will jump that way. And then we will put this here, like that. And then I think I put that there, and that there. And that should theoretically be it. So we'll just grab this, not grab that glass. So if I put that in there, it should now shoot the fish out. Which it shot the fish out. So it works now. So just, I'll have to set a reminder to put that in all the different corners, how that's going to be set up. And basically, when the boat comes over here and bumps into the corner, it should shoot the firework in the corner to explode and have that effect of the craziness. Something else I'm considering is maybe putting sticks or something around here as well, in case people want to, for whatever reason, hit each other with sticks while they're on the bumper boats. But we'll see. Something else I want to do at some point in time would be to set up a what's the word I'm thinking of? Like I think they're called a fluge. It's basically like it's kind of like a low speed roller coaster, but like you just kind of like sit in a boat, or like in real life what you'd be is like an inner tube, and you basically, it's like a lazy river ride where you hop in the inner tube, and it just kind of like goes around slowly. My only issue in Minecraft is I don't know how to uh, lift the boats up. Um, in Java, they have bubble elevators, I believe, work for setting it up, but you can't really do it in Bedrock so much. But you don't have to actually set it up. What I could end up doing instead is having just a lazy river type thing. I don't know where I'd set it up. Maybe I'd set it up over this direction or something like that. Or I guess the best way to do it would be if it connected over here somehow. But because you'd be able to use the same boats either way, but maybe not use that. But what you would do to make it work would be you set up water sources that push the water in a way, and then the boat will just kind of go down the path essentially. So like once you get in the boat, you start at one area, and then when you're ready to go, it will hop on the water, and the water will push the boat along. And what I would probably end up doing is creating like a a set piece that goes around the area. And basically, what players will be able to do if they want to, just AFK, is just kind of like hop on a boat and you push it one little bit, it goes down the waterway, and it's just a lazy river ride. But I don't have an area over here to set it up just yet. I feel like it should go over here, but over here is getting a little crowded at this point. We have the Ferris wheel. We got bumper boats, got a roller coaster, we got a bounce house, there's a lighthouse. I might just set it up somewhere else altogether. Where specifically, I don't know. I could put it over that direction. I'm not entirely sure yet what's over there to put it. Um, I don't want to mess with the old actual village. One place I could put it would be over here. Ouch. So if I put it over here, it could be a thing. Have like some sort of a river style thing that comes around over here, and just have like a lazy. That's what I could do. I'm planning on building like a church over here in this part right here. And what I could do is I want to put a park in this area down here and set it up to where there'd be a lazy river type thing that goes around the park. So then you'd be able to come down from the church to it, maybe have like a bridge that goes over the lazy river, and then have like another bridge over there. And if you want to just chill in the park type thing, just AFK there, you just hop in, and then let's have like the little lazy river thing will guide the player all the way around, and they'll just basically go in circles um, and relaxing there. That could be a good thing. I think that might be what I end up doing. Um, I could also end up finishing this area too. That'd be really nice. Actually working on the little bamboo bay. I gotta finish the outer part of this tunnel that leads into it. Have like an actual proper entrance. And then later on, when I get a bunch of sand, I'm going to set it up to where this entire area, the whole bamboo bay, is made of sand. So it looks more that beachy feel going on. And it'll go all the way over there, I believe. Yeah, just have the sand go all the way over there. Maybe um, not entirely over here. Maybe surround this thing with mud so it can complete like a muddy look for the library. But for the most part, just gotta have a bunch of sand all the way across. Though I could just use a whole bunch of mud also. That could also be. Nah, I don't want to do that. A lot of ideas to work out currently. I don't know where all this stone came from. Guess I'll move the stone real quick. Hoping maybe if I restart the computer, maybe I'll do that after I finish streaming. That tomorrow I can play some music while I'm streaming instead of just game sounds. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can trade you. And get more quartz because I never have enough quartz. Is that the back guy? That was the back guy. So I can trade the front guy now for the remaining stuff and then get quartz from him too. What do you have? Green terracotta, and you have brown. Oh, gray terracotta. Okay. Well, I did not stick the landing the way I wanted to, but I am close enough to actually access what I wanted to get. Oh, come on. Well, I'm in the water now. Oh, I forgot the aquarium now extends all the way over there. That's another thing I need to work on is finishing breaking this glass wall that divides the aquarium. I guess I can do that now, right? At least like get some of it. Little fish getting in the way. Oh, I didn't get that one. Okay. Thought I got it. I guess I didn't. Thank goodness for what are those things called? The thing that lets you breathe underwater. I can never remember what they're called. I wonder sometimes if it just like sound mad. I expected to just talk to myself. uh, I mean, it's good for the replays, right? But not so good for the. I don't know if it's good for the stream too, because you never really know when someone's gonna like join in, right? Somebody might just be like, "Cool." Do you really want to join into a quiet stream or like have the guy actually sound like he's at least at the very least narrating what he's doing? Like, I don't know. Still trying to figure out the whole process. I have a box full of tropical fish and buckets that also need to come over here. I feel like if I have enough tropical fish inside the aquarium, they stop the drown from spawning in here. Obviously, there's not a huge issue with drown being in here due to the fact like no actual players are in the aquarium, like the actual underwater area. But I would appreciate at the very least to not have a bunch of aquatic zombies messing around with my stuff, if at all possible. They give it a bad look, you know. I'm trying to run a nice 5-star establishment, and we just have these nasty water zombies just walking around with all their Actually, I don't think drown make that sound. I don't know what sound drown make. I try not to deal with them if I don't have to deal with them. Which, fortunately, I don't have to deal with them on a very often anyway. I put 2 layers of glass here, both the panes and the actual like glass blocks, because I wasn't. I think I missed a hole at some point, and I just was paranoid that the reason why my tropical fish kept escaping the aquarium was because like I think it was the panes. I thought the panes were not thick enough to keep them in, but I think what it ultimately was just I missed a hole and they were just swimming out through that. So I think ultimately was a problem, but as I tried to have the solution for this, having 2 different layers of different types of glass, now there's just that's just what we have. We have 2 different layers of glass here, which I don't mind glass blocks, but glass panes are a pain to actually get through. Something else I'm hoping for. This dolphin right here. I don't know if it's going to drown itself in here. If the dolphins can live in here without worrying about drowning, that'd be great, because I'd like to have dolphins inside the aquarium. I tried to have them at the zoo that the server has at one point, and they exactly as they said, they just kind of drown at the zoo, and I'm like so frustrated with them. Like, I don't know how to actually properly deal with dolphins in Minecraft. How to keep them in captivity without them either A, jumping out, or B, drowning in the water. But I don't know. Maybe like that's one of my goals one day, is to have it to where I can have dolphins in some sort of captivity one day. I think that'd be personally, I'd find that be kind of cool to have like actual like dolphins in an aquarium or at the zoo that I built or something like that. But I don't know. They have this weird AI too. Well, it's not. I don't even think it's the dolphins' fault. I think it's my fault because I have pockets of. I don't know if there's an actual term for it, but I call it um it's a lack of water source, like flowing water. I have flowing water pockets, and I feel like it pushes the dolphins downward, and they like, get stuck in it, and then they just ultimately end up drowning in the water. Which the best thing would be if perhaps they can make it to where the conduit, that's what that thing's called, could make all creatures, not just players, um, not drown when they're in the water, or at least at the very least, friendly creatures, if you would. You know, like you don't have to worry about you or your dog or cat or dolphins or whatever. If they could all just have water breathing when they're within the vicinity of the conduit, that'd be nice. And also like open up like avenues for strange new things. Like imagine like if your dog wouldn't drown, so you just like keep them underwater, like in your pigs and stuff that wouldn't drown. Have like an underwater like area. Uh, I don't know very many people who do that, but I've had that urge at times to build an entire like underwater base. And like by underwater, I mean like actually something hit me. What is hitting me? Ouch. Oh, these guys. Listen here, clowns. Made me break my kelp. How dare you? Um, but have like a actual like underwater like base, like all the way across type thing. Like you get the conduit, you set the conduit up, and then you just kind of build your entire base underwater to where like you're playing off of the whole you can breathe underwater indefinitely with your conduit. So you just kind of like do that. You live in the water, like not just like underwater, like in the water. It's not that your house has a big air pocket that you stay in, but rather your house just is like the core of the house probably like a conduit type thing. Like maybe have it hidden somewhere in the house or in the base. So like it's not even like an eyesore, even though I don't think they're eyesores. I think conduits actually look pretty cool, especially when they're full powered underwater. But if you wanted to, you could just hide it within a like a secret room in the house or the base. So like it's just not like apparently there. Like especially like imagine like on a multiplayer server type thing. Like where's your house? Where's your base? Like oh yeah, it's in the water. And, they just see it there, and it's just like I think it'd be kind of cool. Me personally, thinking. Another one I've contemplated with the same concept is taking the conduit and you put it inside of like a space station looking thing in the end. Like you build the what is it called? Like you would build the a base in the end that looks like a spaceship, and then inside of it you just flood the whole thing. Like you give lots of space, but you flood the whole thing with water, including making like maybe like one of those sign type portholes in the bottom, so like you could like fly with your elytra into it, but then you put like a conduit inside of it, and it kind of simulates that feeling of like being in space. So like when you're in the end, it feels like you're like actually in space, and you like have zero gravity within the space base in the end. because you have this like the whole water thing like floating around and whatnot. I felt like that'd be like a kind of cool idea, but a little resource intensive. But I think it's definitely worth the attempt at the very least. I might try it one day. On our current server, we I have a couple farms in the Nether, and I even have one in the end, but we don't have um like dedicated bases there. Like if anyone's gonna build a base in the end or the Nether, it's probably me. Like that's one thing to want to do. Um, when I get off my butt, like is the village that we have here, like this big city. I want to have what I call Nether side, where basically it's the Nether portion of the city. I'll put like Nether related things, whether they be like actual relevant useful things or maybe just things for cosmetic appeal. Like is this Bob? Oh, David. Okay, so we have David here. But like it would have like maybe like a Strider farm type thing going on, and that would be in the in Nether side. Just kind of like have that, trap some villagers over there who can basically do exactly what they would do on the overworld, except they're on Nether side type thing. And then would make like the Nether train station too. Um, in the maybe have it go to the different biomes in the Nether, but something that's really stopping me right now from doing any major project in the Nether is they have the update that's coming up soon for the Happy Ghast, and I desperately want one of those things. So I'm trying not to mess too much with the Nether currently because I don't want to like do all these things in the Nether, and then when the update finally comes, I have to go like far in the Nether to actually find where a Happy Gas might spawn. I'd rather just leave it be. That hopefully like no, especially some of the soul sand biomes that I currently have might be unexplored enough that I can find the dehydrated gas there and get one of those. Um, if I can get a couple, like I at least want one, because there's other creatures that I want in the overworld. But it'd be so much easier to move these things. Like when I found out they can pick up camels, I'm like, I have a camel in my zoo named Humphrey, who, he's a good boy, but I'm sure he'd love to have like a good girl to keep him company. And the deserts are so far away that the chances of me finding another camel is highly it's not unlikely. I can find another camel. It's just transporting a new camel back would be very difficult. Like to get my first camel over here, Humphrey, involved me creating a netherway to get him to come, like to basically make it easy for him to just come all the way back with me. And then I ended up making it too short, so I think I ended up having to use a lead to bring the camel all the way through the Nether back to my base. And it was just such an ordeal that when I seen the Happy Ghast and how it was able to just pick up a camel and just carry it like a hot air balloon back to base, I was like, well, that's exactly what I need, right? Like, so that's kind of what I'm looking forward to with the update. So if I can get a Happy Ghast, I can do that, as well as my wife and sister want to collect all the different uh, dogs as well, the different breeds of wolf, and it'd be a lot easier for me to help them get these things if I could literally just grab their wolves, put a pair of them in a boat, one for each of them, attach a lead to it, and then just basically just airdrop these wolves back at home for them. So the functional future of the server is highly dependent on my ability to get a happy ass, and if I just explore too much of my nether currently, I won't be able to find it very easily. Like, that's one of my biggest gripes about Minecraft in its current iteration. Like, something I feel would be very useful um, would be if they had an option that said like undiscovered areas, essentially, um, or not just like undiscovered areas, but like if they had it to where like uh, what I call like loosely discovered areas. If they could make it to where when you update the server, that loosely discovered areas can be uh, eligible for the update as well. And by loosely, I mean like, let's say I I flew over a good portion of the world and I visited a lot of things, but if nothing in a chunk has actually been affected by the player other than just discovery, that when the update happens, if that gets updated also, because the player hasn't actually done anything with it yet. So like if you're like you have an update and you decide I want to go find like a cherry blossom biome, you could fly around, you can go find it, but all the areas that you discovered that you didn't actually do anything with are eligible to be affected by a future update. So like say they change the cherry blossom biome to where like, oh, there's a structure there now, but it's only after like a certain update. You can the parts of the cherry blossom biome that you didn't actually do anything on would theoretically be able to spawn, say like a cherry mansion or something like that, because you didn't actually do anything on that chunk. I think that would be a big upgrade to the to Minecraft in general. I think a lot of people might actually appreciate, if you will. That's just my suggestion, but I think it'd be well received if they did that. So where like, because I feel like you get to a certain amount of updates and you get to like every time they have a new update, you're faced with a question of like, do I start a new world or do I just try to make do with my current world? Because like the updates only affect the undiscovered chunks on your world. And I feel like if they had it to where like, okay, yeah, now it affects just like areas that are like loosely discovered or have not been affected by players, now can also um, receive the update. I think that'd be pretty cool. So like, as long as someone's not just flying all over your server and like placing random cobblestone blocks so that, oh, it's technically a player affected area, I think that'd be great. But I don't know. I feel like it'd be a complex check system that they'd have to use, but Mojang's really smart. I don't think they'd have any issue with that. But I would imagine what it would do is it just every time you go to an area, it would scan to see what is supposed to be in that area, and if everything in that area is correct without any anomalies, then it's eligible to be refreshed when the update comes. But who knows? Maybe they'll do that at some point. Maybe they won't. It's really hard to say, but we'll see in the long run what it looks like. Again, still really happy for having this conduit so that I can just be underwater. But if he's going to be swimming at me, I need to have my actual trident. Go away. Looks like I'm not alone for a little while. They only come on when I'm dog tired. Ooh. I think once I finish this wall right here, not the wall that's inside there, but this wall right here, I think I'm going to call it a night. Because I'm tired. I think that's what it comes down to. I need to start coming up with actual uploads though, instead of trying to play off of my um, streams. Like it's pretty cool that YouTube makes it really easy to do so, but I could probably stand to use do some actual I think what I might do tomorrow is stick to the Warframe, namely because it seems like that one seems to get the biggest diversity of views, which I'm really grateful for. And I don't necessarily hate it. I just kind of ran out of ideas at the time, but I don't know. Maybe people really enjoy Warframe. We'll see. When it comes to Warframe, if I start doing content, I want to get to mastery level 30 with every Warframe unlocked. I feel like if I do that, then I can start a series where basically I go over every single Warframe and talk about like what I think is good about them, what's not so good about them, who I think is good. Like actually no, like I don't want to ever talk about like what's good, what's bad type thing. I just want to talk about like what um the different uses for things are. I always hate the idea of saying something is overtly bad. Maybe something else I can do soon is start doing let's plays in terms of streams. just like maybe I get lucky, catch somebody like oh yeah, I'm playing Donkey Kong Country, and like oh cool. I was looking for somebody who's playing Donkey Kong Country, and there's having to be somebody who's streaming Donkey Kong Country. Yep, that's me. Bada boom. But like I said, I was going to. Is there a witch over there? Ain't that something? Rude. But the exhaustion is taking over. We'll see. I'll finish the wall tomorrow, but that might not be on stream. But yeah, probably just gonna end up playing Warframe tomorrow. But for the time being, it was fun hanging out with everybody. Or yeah, but my eyes are getting heavy, and yeah, this ultimately comes down to. I don't want to continue to be yawning and all that jazz on the microphone. So hope you all have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Get one more push up today than you did yesterday. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. And until next time.